Arsenal have been flipping amazing. No, I'm joking. We was actually not that great against Crystal Palace, but we got the job done, and this is what we're gonna talk about in this video. Let's get into it. So look, people, be like Arsenal, yeah? Get results over the line. If you're new, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Recently hit 10k. We're trying to get to 20. That's the next big goal, yeah? So help me get over the line, yeah? Nobody can cross it. That's not us. We can cross it, you know what I'm saying? I want to frame this kind of whole video, and this is just going to be me giving my opinion on the fact that I believe it is our year this year, yeah? And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, Hooks, it's only game week 9. That's fine. Because a lot of people say, hey, we assess and analyze and project what the league will end up like from game week 10 to 15. We're 1 game week away. Yeah, heard it on the radio. Big up TalkSport. You know what I'm saying? And it's just been a thing. Like, even me myself, usually I make my preseason prediction for the league, and then it gets to around about game week 10, and then I readjust, and then whatever my prediction is from that point, I go with for the rest of the season. The only reason I did it earlier this year is because we've had bare international breaks, and I just thought, you know what, let me just do it earlier, innit? But usually I wait until game week 10, because I feel like after 10 games in the Premier League, a team, or well, not a team, all teams are showing over a prolonged period of matches how they fare, whether it's positive, whether it's negative. And don't get me wrong, there's some teams that kind of fall somewhere between. They have, you know, a few good results, then they have a few bad results. But you kind of see a level of consistency to a degree around about game week 10, once that's finished. We played Crystal Palace, yeah? Yes. Yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah, it was Sunday. We played Crystal Palace Sunday. And look, it wasn't a great game. In terms of performance, let's just be honest, it wasn't a great game. But we did what we needed to do, and that was get the 3 points. Now, those of you that watch Arsenal like a lot, and that's a lot of you, because everybody and their mum always seems to be doing content on Arsenal, so I can only assume that everybody's watching Arsenal, and their mum, and their dad, and their cousin, and their auntie, and their uncle. Everybody's watching Arsenal, yeah? And I was listening to Jeff Stelling this morning on TalkSport, yeah? And he said something that I thought was a bit weird. So he says that, Arsenal fans are saying that people don't set up to win against Arsenal. All we're facing is low blocks, it's difficult, rah. And he kind of used the Liverpool game and the Man City game to be like, oh, but that's not the case. Now, when we dive a bit deeper, yeah, and we look into it, that first half against Liverpool, they didn't have any clear-cut chances. We limited them to, I think, two touches in our box off the top of my head. And on top of that, they limited us. So just as, like, I guess, defensive we was playing, so was they. do you know what I'm saying? I wish that we got the Liverpool that all these other teams have been facing, because we didn't get that Liverpool. We got Super Saiyan Liverpool that all of a sudden Slot decided, I know how to set up teams defensively. I know how to deal with long balls. I know how to deal with set pieces. Like in that game, he knew how to. Do you know what? Maybe Arne Slot needs to watch that game back and then go with that in every game, because in that game he got it spot on, and obviously they left with the win. But I think it's more than fair to say Arsenal have faced a lot, if not all, games. Insane low blocks, bro. Even Manchester City scored the goal, by the way, the only open play goal we've conceded all season, and then they proceeded to become, I don't know, prime Stoke. Hey, how about this? A lot of people say Mikel Pulis. I think it's looking like Pep Pulis, yeah, in that game. Because I couldn't believe it. Them men were doing limbo. It was like, how low can you go? Arsenal are going up against teams, yeah. I always get this feeling in the Premier League that they're not playing us to win. They're playing us to not lose. Part of that is down to how dangerous we are, because a lot of people know as soon as you open up against Arsenal, boy, we'll slice through you like a knife through hot butter. Yeah? But part of it is also, I feel like a lot of teams are kind of concerned to open up, because they know if they open up and Arsenal score, it's not guaranteed that they'll score at the other end, because we are absolutely fantastic defensively. Absolutely fantastic defensively. But even though these teams are approaching games in these ways, and do you know what game made me like 100% realize that this is the pattern? The Fulham game. Because we went to Craven Cottage, these guys didn't want to win. I don't care what anybody says. These man, they did not want to win. They wanted to stop us from winning. And that's a very frustrating feeling as a fan. Because, like, look, I love watching, like, Barcelona or PSG, because when I'm watching them, it's just free-flowing. Like, everyone's trying to play against them. They're attacking, bare chances, all of that. It looks good. But that can only happen because the game state allows it, because of how the other teams approach it. And this is why I won't lie to anyone, yeah? Like, I think this season I'm actually preferring the Champions League to the Premier League massively, just because of like how teams approach it, and the games just look more interesting. They're better, more chances, more goals, all of that stuff. Back to the original point that I made, the claim, it's our year. And you know why? Because we're getting the job done. And this year, it's reminding me of Liverpool last year, yeah? Where, let's be honest, like, they weren't really blowing any teams away, but they was getting the job done. They was doing what they needed to do to get the points on the board. Like, I think, and I said it from the jump, and it's something that as the season went on, the kind of rhetoric built up, shows how some people are just further ahead than others, that Slot is actually coaching Liverpool in a way that is still very familiar to how Klopp was playing, but he's toned it down, or he's calmed it down a lot. Like, it kind of went from a rock and roll, heavy metal football, yeah, to, I don't know. You know how sometimes when you're in the car, yeah, and you're driving and you're listening to music, but someone else is in the car with you. So I guess out of like politeness and all of that stuff, yeah, you don't have the music too loud. But as soon as they get out the car, full blast. That's what it's like. Literally, that's what it's like. Yeah, cool. We're going. We've dropped them off. Yeah, cool. 100. Full blast. Loud. Yeah, and that's exactly what it was, especially from set pieces. So whenever a team had a corner, oh my days, them man on transition was crazy. It was like I was seeing Klopp's football in moments. But even then, they wasn't scoring bare goals. And I think that was evident because Salah like blew everyone away. In comparison to the rest of the team, like the disparity was crazy, yeah? But this is what we're doing this season. We're not doing anything magical, you know. Don't get me wrong, in moments, magic is happening. As a goal, oh my day, feeling real Paolo Di Canio. I can't lie, it reminded me of Paolo Di Canio. It was kind of Eric Cantona-esque. You know what I mean? Those are the type of players you expect those type of things from. And I was like, right, go on, my bro. You know what I'm saying? But we're not really blowing anyone away. Things are calm, yeah? For example, in the Crystal Palace game, we was more than happy to slow the game down and keep the ball ticking along in the mid-third, just to ensure that we limited Palace's kind of strong point, which is transition. Boom, breaks. I feel like it's our year because there's a sense of maturity, yeah? There's a sense of, I guess, experience. To a degree, know-how in navigating the league. Because, look, we finished second 3 times in a row, so we know how to be up there. You know, the only thing that we need to kind of learn this season is getting over the line. And I feel like another comparison with last season that I think is happening this season, yeah, and I feel like there's some sort of like intrinsic connection between like Arsenal, Man City and Liverpool. Because last season, us and Man City, we fell off, yeah? Liverpool capitalised, yeah? This season, Man City and Liverpool, I think it's early to say falling off. I think it's early. I do think it's early. Liverpool, are they really pushing the boat out with their 4 losses? I do still think it's early though. But they're kind of falling off, and we're, you know, capitalising at the moment. And I can't see that dropping off. I can't see. I don't know where we falter. You know, I'm looking at the Tottenham game. I'm looking at the Chelsea game. Very close to each other with Bayern in between, sandwiched in between. That sandwich there, yeah, that baguette there, boy, that could be the defining moment of our season. Because if we win all of those games, everything's done. Everything's confirmed, everything's done. Yeah? If we don't, it's looking spooky. But with the Tottenham and the Chelsea game, as long as, yeah, if we don't win, others don't win, it's cool. Well, I mean, it's not cool, it's not ideal, but it's cool. Dodged bullet, Neo. Do you know what I mean? It's cool. But if we don't win, and Liverpool and Man City win, even if we lose to Tottenham, because Tottenham are third, they're not that far behind us. So, obviously they're not in a race, because we all know Tottenham, they'll find a way to fall. Their manager's already saying they're not in one. So he's doing the Maresca thing from last season. Yeah, no, we're not there, we're not involved. You know what I mean? I don't know what he's trying to do, but whatever it is, it just shows that Frank isn't experienced being in and around these places. So look, with the fact that like defensively we're the best, we've got the best squad in the world, we're proving it on the pitch, we're getting stuff done. We're getting all the monkeys off our back. Yeah, we're on our revenge tour. Big up Trip, you know what I'm saying? Kratos FC, yeah, big him up, you know what I'm saying? My brother. Newcastle got the job done. Did what we needed to do to get it over the line. West Ham got the job done. Did what we needed to do to get it over the line. Fulham got the job done. Did what we need to do to get it over the line. And Crystal Palace, which historically, traditionally, is usually a game that's a banana skin for us, did what we needed to do, got it over the line in a very hard game. So look, just quickly before I do close out, we have Premier League only. We have Burnley away, win that. Sunderland away, win that. I don't care how good they are at the moment. Tottenham at home, win that. This season definitely, I don't lose to Tottenham at my ground. Chelsea away, I think we win that. But I would settle for a draw. I would take a 0-0 there. I won't lie to anyone. And then we have Brentford at home. Those next 5 games, yeah, I'm expecting at least 13 out of 15. Getting that 13 out of 15 wins us the league. So people, let me know what you think in the comments below about how good Arsenal have been this season. Do you think it's our year? If you don't, tell me why. And I want to know really why, because we can talk about it in the comments. Are you impressed with how mature and the experience that Arsenal's showing and the kind of know-how? Or do you think that it's, I don't know, some sort of luck? Because I know a lot of people say all set pieces, but I feel like we've perfected them, we've mastered them. So I feel like it's a part of our weaponry. Do you know what it's like? It's like you can't blame Arsenal, yeah, for going to war, and we have rocket launchers, but you man don't have rocket launchers. You man only have handguns. Do you know what I mean? You can't blame us for that. Tell your government to go grab you some rocket launchers and even up the playing field. Do you know what I'm saying? And finally, yeah, just let me know, how important do you feel like that Eze goal was in yesterday's game? Because without that, I feel like it's 0-0, and then maybe we're having a different type of conversation. But people, subscribe. You know what I mean? For more content. You know what I mean? For more Arsenal-driven content. I am the greatest Arsenal fan in the world. You lot know this. You know what I'm saying? hype up the video because we need to warm up the algorithms. Yeah, we need to warm it up, warm it up. Yeah, and comment all of that stuff. Like the video, and as always, stay safe, stay blessed. I'm Halftime Hooks, and I'm out.